Welcome back to Conflict Hotline. We're still exploring the theme of a couple where one person has slept with someone else, and now we're bringing Casey and Dan back together with Miki's help.
And you wanted to ask me something about it.
I was curious about how differently you worked with Dan and with Casey in their one-on-one sessions. It seemed like, there was more direction of what you wanted Casey to do, and I just would love for you to talk a little bit about your choices.
Yes. As I look at it, the challenge that Dan has is an internal war within himself. So I was working with that. He is very much not at peace with himself. So my goal was to create enough peace and compassion within him that he could relax into hearing her pain. The challenge that I see here is much more relational, where she is so shook up that she doesn't know how to reach out across that to him. So that's what I was helping her with. It's just that they have different challenges, so I look at it differently.
It's hard to remember that just because of circumstances, people have different work to do when they're showing up to a relationship, showing up to a conflict. It's probably like that with every situation.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It always is the case. So when I work with people, I don't have, like a formula, or every person has to do this, or every session has to look like that. It's really being present with what's in front of me and navigating that to a place of where there can be openness and movement.
Thanks.
Okay. So welcome. I really appreciate your willingness to sit in the room together and try again to talk with each other about this topic. And I also imagine that it's been probably pretty rough to be living in the same house and not talk about this. It's like you're damned if you do and damned if you don't. And so maybe there's also a bit of a relief that finally there's going to be some attention to this. Is that the case for you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I am going to check in with you, Dan, and see if you are in a place where you imagine that you can hear, with my help, some of what's going on for Casey about all this.
Sure.
Thank you. And are you in a place where you are willing to share?
I can try. I don't even know if I can look at him.
It's okay to cry if you need to.
I don't, like, I'm scared to even speak. I don't know who you are. I don't understand why you would do that. I don't trust you. I don't know what to say.
So it's really hard for you. The piece that I remember from our personal conversation is the sense that everything in your reality has been shaken up. And it's hard to know where you are or what's happening or how to even connect. And so I want to see if Dan was able to hear that. Is that okay if I check in with him about that? So I'm wondering if you can understand how traumatic it was for Casey to discover this, and how suddenly the whole world comes down crashing on her.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Can you imagine putting in your words what it is that you understand?
I understand that Casey's saying that it's like she's totally shaken up by what happened, and she doesn't trust me, and doesn't even want to look at me or speak to me about it, that it's scary to do that.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Do you have a sense that he understood?
Yeah.
Is there some relief in being understood?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what the next thing is that you want to share with him now that you've covered that piece?
I want to hear from him how he could do that.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I'm dying to know. That's really all I can think about.
That you want to be able to make sense of what led to his choice to do this?
How he could do that to me, yeah.
See, the trouble that I have is that if you think of it in terms of doing it to you, then my sense is that you're not really interested in his experience quite yet. That it's more that you want to be seen for the devastating effect that that had on you. Even though you're saying, I want to know how he could do that, the fact that you're adding the to me, I'm still hearing that there's something in you that wants understanding for the effect that that had on you. Wondering if that resonates for you.
Sort of, but I'm not trusting that he even cares about me, so I don't necessarily want to express myself to someone who might be like lying to my face when he says he understands.
So right now, when he said that he understood, did you trust that?
Sort of, yeah.
So I want you to rest on that trust and take the next step in stretching, if you're willing. Because my guess is if he's going to speak right now, you're only going to get mad.
Okay.